Hello everyone and welcome back to Rogue Trader. In the previous episode we met the governor of Dargonus and he informed us the current situation, and one of the most pressing matters besides of the various noble houses on the home world is a mining world or a mining colony in this very system right there. And they have lost contact with the world, and it's a pressing matter because the manufacturers on the capital world require resources from here. So we arrived in the system, explored all the planets, and the only thing is left to fight with the Dark Eldar, and I'm a bit concerned about this, but we'll see how it will go. Also guys, I would like to thank you for the support to the channel. I really much appreciate it. Thank you. Okay.
The litany of ordnance rings out across our decks.
What's that? There's only two of them. Okay, let's do a boarding action. No, let's damage the ships. First of all.
Lance battery! Volley!
Oh, they don't have shields. Oh, ho, ho, ho.
Let them taste our fury.
Okay, what's that? Shadow field. The area of unpatchable haze obstacles the west. Enemies suffer minus 25 penalty to hit chance when attacking from within a 2-cell range. And okay, so we have not a big thing.
Keep up the pressure.
We send out some torpedoes.
Coordinates set.
We're moving there.
Salvo!
And we are out of weapons, but we can do a little trick here.
Engage the engines.
And can we? No, we cannot move anymore. Shallow jump. Let's check the shallow jump. Oh, it's already jumping. Damn, I wanted to see if we can fire. Reloads all macro cannons that were fired during the acceleration phase. Let's do that. Not much of a chance, but
Macro cannons, open fire.
one hit would have been enough. Okay. Let's boost back the shields. And we can send the boarding party on the other ship. In one turn. But I expect some wicked maneuvering from these guys. to see if the torpedoes can reach. Yes, they can reach this. Come on. Let's explode them.
The dark void will erase their colors.
Coordinates set.
Okay. Cannot shoot at them. Ah, but that needs also reload. That's fine.
Fire at will.
So the trick here, move close to them. Because
Make
that
every
will be the
shot
shadow
count.
field. Well, we are out of cannons to shoot. Yeah, these ships are more agile.
All hands,
Move around.
prepare for acceleration. Launch battery, fully.
Return to ashes.
Time
Great.
to reap the spoils of the battle.
Okay, it was easier than I expected. But still that shadow field is a nice trick. Let's fix the hull and that's it for now. This also looks like a high world. Swift and merciless retribution is a proper fate for many transgressors, but the Imperium permits using the convicts for hard labor on distant prison worlds like Bibos 6 to atone for their crimes before humankind. Hundreds of thousands of rogues and lowlifes stole in the mines of the Von Valancius Protectorate until death from exhaustion or some other unfortunate accidents claimed their forsaken souls. Okay, let's land. And no, I don't want to land. What I want to do is speak with some of the crew members, because we haven't done it for a while, and I'm interested if they have some new dialogue options. And we haven't speak with Iriel yet. There's Henry's. Okay, start Henry.
To what do I owe this visit?
I want to discuss the cult of the Final Dawn. What can you tell me about it?
The cult's ordinary members are humans who have been corrupted by the archenemy, traitors to the Imperium, and accomplices of chaos. Participation in the cult's rituals always entails brainwashing, literally and figuratively. The longer cult members spend among other cultists, the less critically they think, and the more closely they resemble obedient livestock, stripped of their fear and instinct for self-preservation. The worst of them go to their deaths without an inkling of doubt, ready to take hundreds and thousands of souls with them.
The interesting thing that most of this is also true for the Imperium of Man.
As for those at the top of the cult's hierarchy, we have not yet managed to get a lead on all of the cult's leaders. I imagine that some of them are hiding in the depths of the Coronis expanse. But those who are orchestrating the fanatics on nearby worlds are hiding very well indeed. Or receiving protection from above.
What do you mean protection from above?
Governors, commanders, rogue traders. History is full of those who neglect their duty to the Golden Throne and seek allies in the wrong places.
Remind me what is your mission regarding the cult, but I think he has to eradicate the cult.
I need to confirm the reports from my agents. According to them, one of the cult's leaders is in the Kiava Gamma segment, an industrial world within the dominion of the Von Valancius dynasty. I hope you won't impede my investigation.
Oh, Inquisitor, I wouldn't dream of impeding your investigation. You seem to have been investigating this cult for some time.
We discovered the first traces of it as soon as we arrived in the Coronis expanse. Since then, the more we learn, the better we see just how far the roots of this blight extend. Destroying individual cells is pointless. We must cut this beast off at its head.
Let's talk about something else.
As you wish.
I must take my leave. Felix quietly inclines his head in response. So, should I say, where is my Xenos pet? Iria should be here somewhere. She is not. Let's start with Jaya for a bit.
May the Exalted One protect you. Have you grown bored with our little talk, Shireen?
Jaya flashes you a welcoming smile, rolling a coin across her knuckles of her augmented fingers. Tell me about your background again.
The youngest child is destined to become a bargaining chip in the family's political games. But I was unwilling to accept such a fate, and wanted to choose what to become and which path to follow. When I learned the Exalted One watches over hundreds of other worlds amidst distant stars, I understood there was an entire world of opportunities beyond Ifrit. All I had to do was break the familial bonds tying me down and escape the planet. Which I did a long time ago.
Thanks for sharing this.
All relationships are based on mutual trust. That goes for business too. Oh, I have no doubt you will.
Okay. But where is Iriel? Let's check on Pascal.
My apologies. 19% of my processing power is engaged in the analysis of my tech comrade's memory. My response time may be longer than usual.
That's great. Pascal raises his eyes from the data slate connected to an augmented. The augmented used to be housed inside the skulls of Tarsus, tech priest who perished on your ship. Have you found anything out?
The data is scarce. His identification code is the same as mine, and his memory contains data confirming that the assassination did take place. Unfortunately, some of his memory was damaged by pulses broadcast by his battle harness. I can assert with some confidence that he was who he claimed to be, and that he served the Deus Mechanicus earnestly and eagerly.
Are you not surprised that Amarant's words had such an effect on Opticon 22?
I was not knowledgeable as to how popular Blessed Almanat's teaching was in explorator circles. The Cognizance fleet is massive. His ideas might have found a larger following on its periphery than in the Mother Squadron.
He gave off the impression of a paranoid madman.
Notwithstanding his permanent state of agony, he was not cognitively dysfunctional. His desire to immediately destroy the object he had deemed profane was partly dictated by his engrammatic augmentics. which were receiving imperatives from his battle harness. In light of the oddness of our matching identification codes, I find merit in his hypothesis as to the existence of a clandestine malevolent agent or conspiracy operating inside our fraternity.
Who do you think was behind the assassination?
No data available. I will hypothesize that the assassination was instigated by an enemy of the Blessed Amanat's doctrine. I accept the possibility that the assassins were targeting me, only to be led astray by Tarsus and my own identical identifiers.
Interesting theory.
I am concerned about the fate of Archmagus Amanat. According to Opticon 2-2, he went missing in the wake of the incident on an Arc Mechanicus, the Hermetico. Information about that ship and its perishing has been purged from the archives. I accept the possibility that the incident on the ship, the concealed data, and the assassination have all been part of a single conspiracy.
You were hunted to remember our meeting on Rickard Minoris and the people who posed as heretics?
This statement is true. There were also the bodies we discovered in the hallowed electrodynamic synovium of unknown infiltrators who had posed as members of the cult of the Final Dawn. There is merit to the hypothesis that all carriers of Magos Haneman's identification code are targets of persecution.
Amarant was a believer and he caused a schism. Tarsus was a believer and he turned into a zealot. Faith can be dangerous.
Of course, faith is dangerous. Faith is the prerogative of the spirit, and a spiritless mind is an enemy of all existence. Without faith, there is no meaning in anything, no point to any aspirations or limitations. But faith can take different forms. The form of prohibitions established by unknown elders. The form of an audacious violation of those prohibitions. The form of following dogma or of schism. The form of following the cycle or of discontinuing the cycle. In a system with two courses of action, schism is inevitable. And only one of these paths will be true, as truth is discreetly separate from untruth.
Oscar's wizard seems to almost pierce you with its blow. I prefer to believe in myself and my own ability to decide independently what is right.
Comprehension is the true path to knowledge, and comprehension can only be attained individually, not taken for granted. Your path commands respect.
Wow, I'm flattered. Pascal's voice takes a thoughtful tone and its otherworldly mind peters out. Perhaps we will be able to find out more.
I will continue my research into the Blessed Martyr's memory with all due reverence. May your labors be effective and fruitful.
Okay. Anybody here? Let's check the other side. Has either a new story? No.
Of course. Always at your service. Whenever you...
Okay, let's... Anybody here? No. Let's speak to Argenta.
Lord Captain, your presence is welcome. And I wish to apologize for my prior coldness. After our first meeting, I was concerned that you would turn out to be another faithless offshoot of the von Valancius dynasty, like the traitor Conrad. But now I see before me a worthy leader and servant of the Imperium. I am glad to accompany you in your endeavors.
I would like to discuss Solis Prime and the relic that you want to find.
Of course, my mission is all I can think about.
Remind me, what is our mission?
To find the way to the planet called Solis Prime. Saint Argenta is my patroness, and that is where her fallen ship is. And it must also be the resting place of her great relic, the One Star.
Tell me about Saint Argenta, whose relic you're searching for.
Gladly. Listen. Long ago, there was a blessed world. Thousands of stars covered the sky there, so bright that its denizens hardly knew the darkness of night. Thousands of rivers
This will be a
nurtured
long
the
story.
soil. Thousands of gardens bloomed every spring, and at every moment, thousands of prayers were flying into the clear air, thanking and praising the Emperor. But one day, the people learned the meaning of darkness. Like a storm, accursed heretics who had sold themselves to the archenemy descended upon the planet. Shells flew from the sky that desolated whole cities and burned the gardens and filled the riverbeds with the blood of the faithful. Smoke and soot swallowed the skies and the 1,000 stars that had once shone over the world. Among the handful of survivors was one orphan who had watched all her family die, and the garden she'd grown up in burned to ash. But in her heart, she knew the absolute truth. Just these 3 words. The Emperor protects. And knowing that, she never looked away from the black, terrifying, smoke-covered sky. There were no more bright stars to be seen. Except for one. The one star. The bright star. The silver star shone in the sky. And when the orphan smiled at it, the one star fell right into her hands. All the faithful in every corner of the continent who saw the trail of the falling star recognized it as an omen and went looking for the place where it landed. And they rallied together. And with the light of the one star, they found their salvation.
The girl from the story, that was Saint Argenta.
Yes, that was the beginning of her hagiography. It is known that she lived on a world where heretics staged a terrible insurrection. They wiped out all life on the planet, except those whom Saint Argenta managed to save with the one star, and with the strength of her faith. After that, she traveled between worlds, gripped by turmoil on her ship marked with a silver star, and brought hope to the faithful. Numerous accounts confirm this. Her coming helped people turn the tide of the war and wipe away corruption before the Imperium's main forces even arrived. Millions of people owed their lives to her, but the heretics, having realized their imminent defeat, sent the remnants of their forces after the ship with the silver star. It fell from the skies onto an obscure world. There are no definitive records of how old Argenta was at the time. In some chronicles, she's even called the Child Saint, but their credibility is questionable. Either way, she didn't live long, but she left a bright trail in her wake, like a falling star.
So what is this one star?
If I only knew. Neither the hagiography nor the legends give a straight answer. Classical iconographers believed that the star turned into a banner woven from silver thread, which, when brought onto the battlefield, would shed light that blinded only heretics, but did no harm to the faithful. Most of them portrayed Saint Argenta as a girl carrying this banner. Others think that upon falling from the sky, the one star became a holy chainsword, which Argenta later used to strike down monsters and enemies of the Imperium. In some of the earlier engravings, Argenta is depicted wearing power armor with a silver star on her chest. One theological theory suggests that this armor was, in fact, the relic. Some even think that the one star is actually the ship on which Argenta traveled. I feel that my undertaking will be fulfilled when I find the answer that has eluded the Ecclesiarchy for millennia. I pray we find the way to Salus Prime soon. The ruinous powers must be aligned against us. They stand in the way of faith.
I have no more questions.
One day we will reach Salus Prime and stand before the gates of Saint Argenta's ship. I know it. I believe.
Are you ready to tell me more about yourself now?
If such is the rogue trader's wish, although there isn't much I can tell, I am the Emperor's daughter and his servant. What else is there to know?
Where do you hail from?
Now that I can tell you, I come from everywhere and nowhere. I am the child of officers of the Imperial Guard. I was born in the hold of a warship. Grew up following my parents' deployments from one planet to another, and lost my family in the flames of a righteous war. My memory is like wafts of smoke over a still battlefield. The gray of a ship's plating, the strict cadence of life in military camps. My mother's uniform. I loved looking at it. Then, that battle, the rumbling, the shouting, and the soot, the screams of soldiers burning alive, and the gold of the regiment's Aquila, untouched by soot or blood. The last unsullied piece of a world that was going mad. That was my last memory of my mother, and of my former life, before the Schola Progenium and the novitiate, before my trials, before the vows.
Last memory of the mother. Maybe his father's still alive somewhere. They just got separated. That golden shard you carry with you.
My own relic. It's the regiment's Aquila. Or rather, the fragment that survived the attack, the explosions, and the fire. For me, it's a reminder that purity and radiance can be preserved, even in the heart of darkness.
So how did you become one of the Adeptus Sororitas?
Become. It's such a strange word for it. It seems right, but is that how one talks about their destiny? If you're asking about the path itself, that's easy enough to answer. First, like many other orphans, I endured the Schola Progenium. Those years were rough, but I remember the hardship fondly. Few things can compare with the feeling of satisfaction from a past trial, even if it leaves your body aching from exhaustion, or your soul wincing in pain. I was one of the best among my peers, and I was selected for the novitiate in the ranks of the Adeptus Sororitas. When the hour came, I passed the trials and took my vows. The most joyous day of my life. The Emperor's light has always been with me, but to accept it with all your heart, to utter the oaths, that is a rapture like no other.
Have you ever wished for a different lot in life?
Have I ever But that would be shameful weakness, almost heresy. Of course not. I was born for this. I live by the Emperor's will, and in his light, I myself am the light. I must be the light. For myself, and for those who ask for my protection. I was chosen to serve. But beyond that, I won't deny it. Few things elate me as much as the thought that the heretic felled by my shot will never again orphan a child.
Now that's more understandable. It seems, of course, all the Sisters of Battles are fanatics, they are raised that way. But it's good to see that she has some, I don't know, logical thoughts attached to her fate. Thank you for your candor.
It is my pleasure to be candid.
Thank you for this conversation. Until next time. Let's speak with Cassia. Especially we have to speak with her because of the message we received.
Words cannot describe how boring the bridge is without our stimulating conversations.
Okay, we can't ask her about anything.
I have enjoyed your company. Thank you for the conversation.
Okay, where is Iriel? I don't think Alebard has any new thing to say. I must take my leave.
Lord Captain.
He or she stood here before. Now she's not. Not there. Can we see a map? Yes, we can. Oh, she's right there. Okay. Oh, the other side. Iriel's light form stands frozen in an unnatural pose amid the blinking lumens and dancing shadows of the bridge. Her hands are clasped together strangely and her eyes are tightly closed. Her chest is utterly still as if she is not breathing at all. Let's observe silently. Iriel remains unmoving the entire time that you can watch her, and only her barest flicker of her eyes beneath her closed lids lets you know that she's still alive at least. I think the good strategy is just wait for her. For the first time, Iriel takes a deep breath in through her nose and barely audibly exhales. Her body remains as relaxed as ever and her eyes are still closed. Your presence does not seem to be any way distracting for her. I shall come to see you later. Even after you leave, Iriel remains frozen and not a single muscle on her face nor a single shadow dares to break the stillness. Okay, let's leave her be and we will talk to her after we return from the planet. Let's break her misconceptions about humans or monkeys. We probably fight with Dark Eldars, so Iriel should go with come with us because of her knowledge. So sorry, Hendrix, you want to go to Kiava Gamma, not here. So I think this will be the team. Whoa.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
This looks most likely cultist. Rebel 6 always been a penal world, but this, even the miscreants of this place do not deserve such a fate. The man's body frozen in an unnatural pose, the corpse fingers are cooked and its teeth are bare in a ghastly mess. The broken, slashed and gutted body is still covered with the shreds of planetary warden uniform. This man clawed at his throat right before he died. The caustic ooze gives off a sickening vapor that eats away at the lining of your nose and mouth, making your eyes water. The psyche of Hecateria, a witch cult from the depths of Komorag. Bodies have been twisted into a pose resembling a serval bow and bound with a barbed wire.
Is there money to be made?
You can clearly see several thin cuts left by bladed weapons on the body. The symbol of torment, this is how the dark ones mark arenas to serve and nourish. Okay.
Searching is my observance.
No.
Let us not dawdle.
Wait a second, we have... Oh, and we have something for Pascal. Yep, but because we have a better tech use, we quickly switch to that.
I won't let it define me.
The machine god grants me insight.
Okay, and now we give this to Pascal. What's his thing? Reduce damage, the target's weapon ballistic skill is reduced. Let's increase the plasma damage. Plus 10 strength. All attacks opportunity deal an additional agility bonus damage. Agility bonus 50, strength bonus 50, so it will be... I think it's better, especially that it increases the athletics. Fireproof cloak. Okay, lowers the enemy's perceptions. While in combat, the wearer of this ghost gains 50 burst fellowship whenever there are no enemies in a 4-star radius. That would be perfect for her. Look at it, where did they get all this stuff? Tazara. The tall, light Xenos moves with the grace of an unworthy predator. The creature gives you this fascinating glance and casually speaks a few words that are immediately picked up by the elucidator. Messanis alight. What is this? Has one of the sisters found an amusing trinket in the ruins and saved it as a special treat for the Archon? The Xenos takes a quick look over her shoulders toward the platform where a few more silhouettes in tarback armor can be seen. It seems it is I who is in for a treat. I cannot even begin to fathom where my subjects found such an exotic beast, and a taking one at that. The Xenos' eyes light up with interest. The monkey understands my speech. Where did you come by a device that can translate our language? Are you trying to impress me by appearing useful? Such words will earn you about in the ring at most. Without weapons, and soon without your skin. The humans scattered around you on the platform stare as if they seen a ghost. The eyes of some betray their fear, others glaze with bestial hatred, and yet more look up with your hope. Who are you? My name is known to everyone on this planet, monkey. I am Tazara. The delivered Tazara, the benevolent, the one who grants respite from the choking grasp of this world. I decide who lives, who dies, and who finds new purpose for the existence in Komorrag's many arenas. Surely this is why you have come to here, to fight for my ever-changing favor, and for the privilege of being the first to be chained. Yer chuckles haughtily. Such grandiose names for a soulless wretch who tortures the breathless and torments the powerless. Your words hint at a nobility you have never possessed. Cousin, what are you doing among this rabble? What an unexpected and tantalizing surprise. Tazara licks her lips hungrily. I cannot wait to take you in my arms and claps you tightly to me. Do not waste breath on your lies. Only the faint vestige of blood connect the Asuriani and the Dark Ones such as yourself. I presume the toxic atmosphere is your doing? It could be, or perhaps my mere presence is enough to make base creatures like yourself forget how to breathe. Tazara lets out a nasty chuckle. Are you really surprised at what happened? You wove the net right under your own feet. You merely knocked out the pin that drew it close tight around you. A couple of volleys at the seals on the underground well, and the planet, the one you had turned inside out, did the rest. I hereby declare you a Category 3 blasphemer for tampering with the sacred production cycle of this world extracticums. The drill on Pascal's Mechatenra springs to life with a howling screech. And your brethren finish what the planet had started. Oh, how they strive to please me and my entourage. How they slaughtered and tortured their own kin for mine and my sister's delight. How they decorated this little arena with still living monkey. Did you think all you see before you is the work of hands? Think again. How could you stoop to this? To killing one another for the amusement of the enemies of humanity? A hulking brute who can barely stand coughs up blood and wipes his lips. What was I supposed to lie down and die? The ones who survived the arena, the Xenos take them away. I saw humans boarding shuttles with my own eyes. They're going to take us away from here. You hear? Oh, you don't want to get away from here, not on their shuttles. This statement is false. You were supposed to furnish yourself with a means of respiratory protection and inflict maximum damage on the preparators before seizing your vital functions. Yeah, who gives a shit about us convicts? The lanky buggers may keep me on leash, but at least I be alive, not coughing up my lungs. How cruel you are to... Okay, again. How cruel you are to your unfortunate kin. These monkeys have worked hard to entertain their elite audience. Each of them fights with a strength born of desperation, seeking to earn their place in my box of toys. There's always room for more. My toys do break so very easily. To be reduced to a Xenos plating, a shameful fate for the science of humankind. About false science shaking his head in dismay. You ravaged the planet, wiped out millions of people, made those who survived bend the knee. You will pay for this. Am I not paying for our mischief already? Am I not saving the worthiest among your kin, gifting them the right to die for the delight of my brothers and sisters? What kind of abhorrent ingratiate is this? From the tucks behind Lazarus comes a cry. The distance between you and the Xenos is too great for the elucidator to interpret the words, but the tone alone speaks of irritation and impatience. Lazarus raises her blade and points at you. Tell the other monkey that whoever slits your throat will depart for the new home ahead of schedule. And tell them to hold nothing back. Tonight they dance for Irameris herself, the great archon of the cabal of the Reaving Tempest. Let's try this. Do you truly wish to die at the Xenos' behest? If we join forces now, we can end this senseless carnage once and for all. Exhausted and defeated, face trade worried glances. The hulking brute next to you hesitates, then splits and breaks into a grin. We're going to dine anyway, might as well do it without the heretic's brand. Slay the beasts. Lazarus emits a furious scream and takes a step back, signaling to her companions.
Xenos scum! You don't belong in this galaxy.
Do not plead for swift death.
We have been ambushed. What do you mean? Nice. Okay. What's that? What is attacks grants? Punch? The attack it deals additional damage. It's additional damage is increased. And there's the opening I need.
I am not your Xenos pet monkey.
Of course not. Could you step aside into cover? No, you couldn't, because then you wouldn't see that guy. Let's try this.
If it serves your cause.
Oh, this is a free attack. Or not a free attack, but it's an attack and...
You cannot force me, Elantak.
Okay.
I will tear your heart out for this.
You're welcome to try. Where is the nearest one? There.
I will do my duty.
Your last stroke of luck.
I don't think so.
Indeed.
It's a gunslinger, okay, and Hecatrix. And it has ranged weapons as well. This one doesn't have any ranged weapon. Defensive stance or another strike? The warrior next minute gains more penetration and 12 damage. Let's strike him again with a reckless strike.
At your beck and call.
You will pay for this in blood.
Oh, my ears are ringing.
Whoa!
Frighten me!
This plaything is about to break. Woe to you!
If I may?
Let's war curse the
I'm
Hecatrix.
not accustomed.
And let Pascal move.
Request approved. The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
You call this a strike?
Oh, laugh.
My vow
Or
is to
you
serve.
want to laugh. Yeah, my dear, you should move away a little bit. $75, $50, what? 62, 50. Wow, these guys are good. This is the best we
It's
have.
as good as done.
Let's put that on.
I'll make it happen. Who, if not me?
Piercing shot.
On it.
Hold the blood. Surefire plan.
It's as good as done. You should have thought twice before crossing me.
Oh!
Okay. Let's not leave that for Kata.
Faith without faith.
High momentum.
I'll do it. Guided by faith.
Let's try with that one.
As the Emperor commands, I am.
Oh, nice shot.
In thy light I stand, and thy light I crave.
How about using the Melta? Oh damn, we have a multi-Melta, but that's probably a heavy weapon, so cannot hit them with Tonalta. Alright, that's not a problem. We can use a single shot from the bolter and maybe using a devastating attack. Hopefully that increases the damage. No, it's Pascal's turn. Desert of Prey.
Binaric override. Request approved. The scriptural prognosis is favorable. My vow is to serve.
Your last stroke of luck.
I don't think so.
The Messiah knows all. Comprehend.
You will pay for this in blood.
Running binaric override.
Oh, I didn't want to do that.
Woe to you!
These guys don't do much damage, but at least they are not fighting against us. What is she doing there? Oh yeah, we have that Witch Gunslinger still in play.
I understand your intent.
Okay, besides that, it's just 1 AP. Okay, maybe with this we can finish the job. No, we couldn't.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
Move there and
Victory is imminent.
the charge.
I feel foul breath.
At your beck and call.
Nothing.
What's happening? Okay, something is happening and we won't be happy about it. Oh, it just uses a lot of stuff. I see that. Which is double to move the first 3 rounds. Nice.
High momentum.
Isn't this a job for the serfs? I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Strike is a prayer. Doubt is for the weak. This is why I was chosen.
Let me educate you on the art of pain.
We have no need for that. Let's do the finest Argent this time. Should be 4 stack of first loot. Okay.
You've unleashed my fury.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
The surviving fighters turn their heads toward you, one after another. All eyes on the battlefield are glued to you. Those who fought with me, get to the shuttle. As soon as we are away from here, I will give orders for the immediate evacuation of the remaining survivors. Object discovered. Mechanicus creation. How or what? I don't know. Hunter carapace, and it's a medium armor. Someone will make a good use of it. The man died clutching his intense thighs as they split from the lacerated stomach. Oh, we have some Dark Eldar equipment. Let's level up. Finally. That's what I was searching for. Or waiting for to use. Let's increase tech use. Okay. Pascal. Share the spoils. Whenever an ally kills prey, the bounty hunters gets half of the bonuses granted by the hunt down the prey. And increase his logic. Abelard. Enduring shield. Why the Vanguard has at least one temporary wound they gain. 5+ toughness bonus, parry, and armor. Words of endurance. Whenever the Vanguard's ally in a 2-cell no is unflinching. Whenever an attack made by an ally hits the Vanguard for the first time in a round, that attack deals no damage to the Vanguard. If its attack is a burst attack, this applies to each successful hit in the burst. We have a two-handed weapons, so doing my part. If no other characters in the current party have the same archetype as this character, the first use of any abilities from this archetype cost 1 AP less. Yeah, he is the only warrior in this group. So let's do the doing my part. Dueling Mastery grants 15% bonus to parry. And this is the dodge. Okay. Let's go with the parry. Because with the Dark Eldar we will have very, very capable close combat fighters. And now the dear sister Medicare and heavy gunner. The Archmetal's heavy weapons attacks cost -1 action points. But we need the heavy weapon proficiency. And we need to raise her strengths. Damn. Weapon profile. We already have. Oh, she already have that. Okay. Then we will increase her strengths. Or maybe the one less AP. The heavy gunner. And we will increase her strength there and there. Hidden advantage. All the master tactics abilities work as the master tactics fellowship bonus more stacks tactical advantage. Fellowship, like, she has 6 more. But she's a psyker. But I don't see any psychic abilities here. And some coercion would be nice. And get the base skill. And persuasion, also 80. And we can increase the coercion with this. Okay, that's the good choice for her. Professional. Every turn, the first use of an assassin ability costs 0 AP. At the start of Assassin's turn, all enemies that do not have the assassin in their line of sight suffer an unsuspecting effect until the end of the Assassin's turn. The assassin gains 7% hit chance and 7% critical chance against unsuspecting enemies. Deadly calculation. For every 10 damage dealt by an assassin's attack, that attack also deals +1 direct damage to the same target. Damage that cannot be reduced by the target's parameters or bonuses. Imminent damage. When an assassin deals direct damage to an enemy, that enemy suffers +1 stack of vulnerable effect. The character suffers more damage from the assassin attacks. Okay, so we need this and then the immense damage. Yeah, we have some equipment left, but not equipment, loot.
Acquisition is possible.
Great. And where else? That's it.
I always have a backup plan.
And this was just a little arena fight.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Okay, now let's go. But before we go, let's create some Xenos cargo. Shuriken coupled. But we have one of a very, very fine Eldar rifle. What's that? It's a heavy bolter, but it's heretical. Where is that? There. Why can't we equip this?
I refuse.
What? This was a last weapon. You're kidding me. You're freaking kidding me. It means that he can use this? No. Oh, they need the Children of the Assyrian feature to use this one. And she couldn't use this one because... Okay, I don't know what's the point with this gun. Let's compare to the Melta. A bit longer range. Okay, we want the multi-Melta on her.
I always keep my options open.
But I thought for that weapon, okay, it's only usable by Eldars. Oh. Always need less than damage. Oh, but this would grant us chemicals. This also grants us chemicals. That gains the enemy of knowledge feature. Grants plus 5 damage against psychers and navigators. Chemicals. But I need chemicals for another project. Put it against +1 dodge against human enemies. Well, this is better. Let's execute this project on this world. Okay, and now we can leave the system. And we haven't visited that one. Let's explore that, and then we can go back to Footfall Station. During the period designated as the night shift, the air throughout the ship suddenly turned stale. Those who were awake reported feeling incredibly tired. Those who were asleep later reported having horrible nightmares. The Xenos earlier at one of the lower captain's Persian retinue was found delirious in one of the ship's bays. She was screaming in unholy language, her arms raised high above her head as if she was trying to keep the sky from falling. The enforcers were unable to free her from the trance. Two who attempted to move Irat were attacked and died instantly. The Xenos regained awareness about 10 hours later. She explained that she had seen her home world of Kudarak collapsing around her, and she had been the only one able to hold up its walls. She added that no monkey should ever touch her again without permission, and that in the future she would deal with the call of the war on her own. Okay, let's talk with Iriel. Now I will break her trance if we found her like that again. Away. I think she will be there. Yep. Irat stands out from her surroundings like a Genusian jungle tree in a garden of manicured topiary, unsettling beauty and alluring others. In her posture, her gesture, her piercing stare radiate from the Eldar. I have mulling over our conversation and I can understand why you do not like people, but I think there is something else, something I cannot understand.
What do I see? Your words ring with the desire to know the soul of another. But will you be able to comprehend my answer? You and I, Elantak, look at this world in very different ways. And I see many more facets, and deeper meanings, and brighter colors in it. But to capture the full truth of this world in the miserly language familiar to your ears will take time. I will come to you with an answer later.
Okay. Okay, let's ask... Well, she has a connection to the war, and she acted also very, very strangely. So let's ask this. Strange and blasphemous things started happening during the first warp voyage with you on board. The crew were whispering that you may be the reason. Is this true?
The minions of She Who Thirsts could sense my soul behind the thick walls and thin veil that separate your fragile lives from the roiling fury outside. A child of Asurian that dared to wander beyond the veil, within the reach of an outstretched claw, protected only by the barrier of unreliable monkey technology. It is too tempting a quarry for the monsters that serve Cylon Thresh. Our ships never venture beyond the veil, and I never traveled the way you do, monkey. Elantak, I admit this was a novel experience. I lost composure, let dismay into my heart, and almost strayed from the path. This moment of hesitation drew the attention of She Who Thirsts, but I summoned my will and used the knowledge of meditation to achieve balance, and hide my soul behind an impenetrable wall of resolve. Future journeys beyond the veil will still be difficult, but I will steel my heart and not let the hounds of Cylon Thresh pick up my scent ever again.
Okay, at least it was an honest answer, which is unlike from an Eldar. Luthor is abuzz with rumors about Xenos ravaging the sector. Do you think it could be your kin from the rock? No, I don't think she would
Is
think
that
that.
snake venom seeping from your lips? We, the children of Azurian, are no strangers to the art of war. We are not raiders, or butchers, or least of all, fools. When a craft world is beset by calamity, its inhabitants do not start a war with every monkey in the sector. If you are looking for enemies, look for them elsewhere.
What happened to your homeworld?
It is a mystery as inscrutable as the sigh of the last immortal, as deep as the waters of a dark ocean. And I can tell you little, for I was far away, on a mission with my unit. We returned at the appointed hour, but we did not find Kruderok in its celestial harbor. It happened many turns ago, or standard years, as you say. But I remember that moment as if it happened this very day. The memory of a loss is always stronger than the memory of a gain, especially when you lose something as significant as a home, or an entire world. We searched, we called out, we looked everywhere, but we saw only emptiness and the echo of calamity. Countless days passed before I found myself on the Lilithon and met some of my kin. Those refugees who had barely managed to reach our ancestral planet. Their stories were far from being the fruit of truth I so badly craved. Those who agreed to talk to me were few, for most saw me as a wayward daughter who had spurned the honorable paths. And they would not stop babbling about the terrible disease that spread black tendrils of pain over the paths of the Infinity Circuit and deadened our world one segment after another. The ones who survived fled in fear and wandered between the stars, until the Lilithon's warm light reached out to some of them.
The crystallized psychoactive matrix that supplies a well of psychic power to an Eldar craftworld and provides a massive ancestral mind to advise and guide the Eldar who dwell within it.
Some, like Muaran, lay the blame entirely on Monkey. However, I do not know the truth, but I hope, I desperately hope and pray to the gods that someday it will be revealed to me.
And we can ask it. Okay, what is an Infinity Circle?
Is idle curiosity a defining feature of the Monkey? Or are you trying to learn about the weaknesses of my people so you can destroy another world of the children of Azurian? Forgive me, Elentark, but I am not ready to immerse you in the font of my people's deepest mysteries.
Okay, she said not yet ready. What was your world like before it fell?
Kruderok cannot be described in your language. It can only be sung. Encased in a filigree of sounds, a melody as complex and delicate as the Infinity Circuit, its energy network. It can be seen in the golden hues of sunlight, felt in the breath of celestial winds. Though it was an artificial world, it was just as alive as any real planet. But I must see clearly, not only light, but also shadows. I yearn to remember only Kruderok's beauty, but it had a dark side too. My world was isolated for too long, like a lake of stagnant water. There was no movement or renewal, and even the sweetest outbursts of life soon turned fetid. Who knows? Who knows? Had there been no stagnation, Had our elders not been so blind in their dogmatism and our youths not lacking in courage, then perhaps Cruderock would still be alive even now.
What can you tell me about the history of the Eldar?
I am afraid your life is too fleeting and your memory too feeble to encompass the entirety of my knowledge. My people ruled the stars when yours did not even have a name. But many of our songs and stories were lost, stolen by she who thirsts. I can tell you the children of Asurion lived, created, caressed the stars as if they were pearls on a string, until Cylon Thresh smothered our empire in her terrifying embrace. Different branches of the Eldari chose different paths to salvation. My ancestors chose an eternal journey through the starry void, living on craft worlds instead of real planets. We rescued countless wonders from the days before, but far from all. You saw this on the Lilithan. Not even we can always master the gates our ancient ones built. This is the story of the Asuriani. There are branches that chose a different path, gruesome and frightening. I do not wish to tell you about them. That is our dark side, just as your kin have many dark sides of their own.
Yeah, we already have met them. You keep mentioning She Who Serves. What can you tell me about her?
Why ask this question? Is it idle curiosity, or something else? Do not turn your thoughts towards Cylon Thresh, whatever your motive. She is downfall. She is hunger. She is the enemy of all that is good in the universe. She is an enemy to the Eldari, and I hope to you as well.
Yes, this is the last word, looking at you inquisitively. The Chaos Gods are the enemies of the Imperium, which means they are my enemies. You can be sure of that.
We are as different as starlight and its reflection in a muddy puddle. But we share a common enemy. Constancy is our strength.
How do your crosswords even work?
Is idle curiosity a defining feature of the monkey? Or are you trying to learn about the weaknesses of my people so you can destroy another world of the children of Asurion? Forgive me, Elentark, but I am not ready to immerse you in the font of my people's deepest mysteries.
I learned what I wanted to have my gratitude.
As you wish, Elentark.
What do you think is happening on Janus right now?
The Lilithon is purifying herself of the corruption brought by the servants of Cylon Thresh. Gardens and birds, animals and people. Many are gone forever, and even more are corrupted beyond healing. But the Lilithon is stronger. This world will live. My kin are probably still looking for a means to enter the webway. May the Lilithon spirit aid them in this endeavor. Beyond the gate lies salvation, and perhaps even knowledge about the fate of Cruderock and the remaining survivors.
Why did you agree to join me? Is it not strange for an Eldar to be following a human?
The outcasts my path led me to had a saying. Let me translate it for you. If you fall off a cliff, grab the roots and do not ask if they belong to a weed or a noble rosebush. You are the root I grabbed, Elentark, because I fell off a cliff. My homeworld is gone. My kin are either dead or hiding no one knows where. By joining forces with you, I may be able to nurture a seedling of the truth I so deeply yearn for.
allow me to ask you a few personal questions.
What do you wish to talk about?
Tell me about yourself. Who were you before you came to Janus?
I followed my path. Do you know what a path is to the children of Assyrian? It is more than a chosen, what do you call it, craft. The path is how each of us moves through the labyrinth of existence, inside and out, in life and in spirit. It is both a journey and a fortress. It protects us from she who thirsts. To stray from the path is to fall into her dark embrace. The first path I walked was the path of awakening. It granted me the ability not merely to look, but to see, and to take notice of what I saw. My second path could have been that of a warrior, but I chose differently. For the ability to see called me beyond the boundaries of my homeworld. Though not everyone was pleased by this decision, I stepped onto the path of the outcast. I gained the freedom to choose, to question, to doubt where the others merely bow before the wisdom of a farseer who dictates the will of destiny. And I will follow my path until I reach its pinnacle.
What is it like for you being on my ship?
It feels like I am in the belly of a bird with steel wings. Cold and unliving, but stubbornly blazing through the dark. It lacks life with its light and beauty, but although your vessel cannot even remotely be compared to a craft world, I feel strangely satisfied. We, the Assyriani, are born and dwell on craft worlds. To find myself on a moving world again, even one such as yours, is a source of much joy.
Okay, so she don't like the aesthetics, but she likes that it is a moving city, because there are thousands of people here. I thank you for your answers.
The words of truth sound like music. This is what our people say.
Okay, we will ask her that a little bit later. I must take my leave. Maybe after we finished her mission. Okay, now let's get back to Footfall. And raise our profits with Opticon. Oh, I forget. Ralph has received a message from the Achilles scanner on Doragus. He's closely studied the data from the incursion on Rehoboth 6, including the mention of the Xenos leaders. He promised to direct the efforts of his aides to identify those enemies of humanity so their location can be determined. Master's calendar is also reporting that the Dark Eldars are getting ready for more attacks on your territory. Information from his aide continues to arrive. The Achilles will personally report to you the moment the target of the upcoming raid becomes clear. The Dark Eldars are excellent at catching their opponents off guard, and there will be little time to mount a response. According to Master's calendar, your personal participation in the defense would be the best strategy given the circumstances. We haven't visited this system. Wow! Lord Captain, nuclear ships are patrolling the system. The likelihood of slipping past their patrols unnoticed is close to zero. Okay, then let's hunt them down. But before we do that, we will save. Because I believe yeah, we can get the hell out of there if we want to. We fail to get past the enemy ships unnoticed. The nearest Drukhari ships attacks at once. Get ready, otherwise others will soon join it. The ship's crew is up to the challenge. And this means more Xeno artifacts, if we survive. Dark Eldar ships are fragile but hard to hit.
Let us purge your enemies,
Alright,
rogue
the
trader!
Drukhari have blocked some of your flagship posts using an unknown Xeno power. Your crew will regain control of this post in several rounds. We have 2 ships. Let's move very close to him.
Helmsman, take us in. With the force of a supernova. Macro cannons, open fire! Torpedoes, away! Make every shot count.
Oh, they are rallying on us. That's not good.
Brace for impact!
Okay, I think we have to redo this one. I don't want to wait until we die. How about checking out that vessel first? And how about checking the colonies? Escort ship. That's what we need. Let's also give us an escort ship, but it's increased the reputation with the Fellowship of the Void and the Imperial Navy. We need the Imperial Navy. The Ugal crew picks up a heavily damaged Xenos void ship among the countless rock masses of the asteroid belt. An Eldar vessel beyond up. According to the Von Balancius archives, about 100 standard years ago, the Imperial Navy set up a barrier in the system against pirates and the enemies of humanity. Countless prime mines are still scattered among the wreckage. The Boxmaster managed to tune the ship systems to an unconventional frequency, and the breach suddenly fills with chime-like Xenos voices. Drown out and mournful, they sing in an unknown tongue, but every officer on the bridge can sense that this is a dirge. Answering the call, Iriel jumps to the Cogitator, startling the officers on the bridge with her sudden jolt. In the hopes of understanding the Mon-Key technology and figuring out how to help Perkin, the Eldar runs in circles around blinking windscreen, but the mysteries of the machine god eludes the Xenos. Then she turns to the Lord Captain, powerless. Iliad is asking the Elantag to help her kin who have found themselves trapped in a snare of fate. The Eldar are enervated and weak, and their song is a cry of despair, a cry that is fading. Logistic officers led by Master Helmsman Ravanor are ordered to plot a course for the rescue shuttle for the Dynasty's flagship, the Xenos ship, and back. Now all the crew can do hope is that the calculations are correct and the veteran officer's experience has not let them down. Let's establish communications. However, the Xenos do not respond to the incoming signals. After several attempts, the frequency tuned by the Voxmaster gets lost and the mournful song fades away. About the vessel, the Eldar vessel's hull and endage have presumably been damaged in a collision with a small celestial body. However, it is impossible to prove or disprove this hypothesis, as such distance the Xenos vessels differ too much from those of the Imperium. The Lord Captain orders the servants of the machine car to prepare a plan for clearing the minefield without harming the Xeno ship. After several pass on the ship's clock, the servants of Omisia present a plan for the neutralization of the ancient mines. The success of the operation is assessed as extremely probable. Let's try the vessel, the small vessel, because if we start detonating mines, that could be devastating. The shuttle enters the asteroid field. The pilot proceeds with caution, confidently avoiding the chunks of rock and nearly imperceptible mines. However, when the shuttle reaches the Xeno ship, the rescue team's report catches the bridge crew off guard. The vessel's starboard side has been breached by the macro weapons of an unknown Imperial void ship. There are no survivors. What? Someone else is here. The vessel's starboard side has been breached by the macro weapons of an unknown Imperial ship. Shielding her eyes, Iliad closes them and clutches the spirit stone at her breast. Coming to the Eldar does not speak for a time. With notes of sadness in her voice, carefully picking her words, she concedes that the Elantag did all they could to save her kin. And yet it is the Monkey who are responsible for the loss of the Eldar void ship. Saddened by the pain and hatred that humans have brought upon her kin, Iliad quietly leaves the bridge. Sometimes it's simply impossible to outrun the fate. Okay, so we have found the second. Okay, in progress. I don't know, guys. Should we try again? Because if I understand correctly, if we engage one of them, all three will gain on us. You know what? I'm curious if we can save that ship. Oh, we haven't... What? Okay. Nah, it is what it is. Okay, and let's try clear the Dark Eldars from this system.
I can see crimson lights in the void.
They're doing the same things. And we will do mostly the same things.
Fire at will.
Nice hit.
Salvo! Make every shot count. Let the void sort them out. All hands, prepare for acceleration.
And let's turn this. Nice. We have to survive for 10 rounds. Or number of remaining rounds. Okay, that's something new. Well, I don't think we can survive this. Oh damn.
Engage the engines. Salvo! Macro cannons, open fire!
It's not enough damage. Well, if no one else is coming here, then we might survive. No, we can't because they bypass the shield somehow. No. Let's release the torpedoes here.
Torpedoes, away!
Let's move away from them. Maybe they
All hands prepare for
need to
acceleration!
maneuver. And we can buy some time. No, there's another one. Okay. But we cannot win this. Yep, because there will be more and more and more. So let's leave this system for now and get back to Footfall Station. What happened with the route between these two? Let's follow them. Oh, Captain, this is Master Huntsman Trevor. The crew is grumbling again, but they have a right reason this time. Analytic system have gone totally bonkers. The Red Robe, excuse me, tax priests are blaming the anger of the machine spirits. Allegedly, this is how they profess the displeasure at the crew not being worshipped. We have largely managed to stabilize the output of the augurs and auspices across the ship, but you should know there is something awfully sketchy about the machines these days. I can confirm, Lord Captain, the vessel's analytic system were behaving incorrectly for a time. Qualitators could not produce statistical data and displayed meaningless numeric combinations instead of augurs failed to correctly analyze matter and mistook solids for liquids and vice versa. Thanks to the tax priest's efforts, standard operation of the ship's mechanisms has been restored. I am still registering Soplidac reports of similar malfunctions, but we should now be able to handle them. New stage of development. Oh, and we have chemicals. Great. Lord Captain, a distant report has come from the quarries of Erebos 6. The slave laborers have lost their minds. They forget how to use tools. They huddle together and continue to stare aimlessly into space, even under the lashes of the whips running the mining deadlines. Some people get obsessed with using their nails to claw out the blasphemous symbols on the tools, on machines, and even on their own bodies. The most might have painted the walls of several mines from floor to ceiling with the symbols and then gone off deep into the mining tunnels. None of them could be found. The wardens consider it a performance to divert attention away from the escapes and an impending rebellion. What are those symbols being scratched out by the slaves? It is hard to give these drawings any sort of intelligible definition. Unnaturally round circles connected by lines. The lines are interrupted by a group of dots. The patterns can sometimes follow some sort of logic and sometimes be unique. I can provide pics of them. After examining the pics, you realize their symbols are connecting through a strange logical sequence. We should investigate this anomaly. I feel something is wrong here. I will immediately pass your orders on Vihabos, Sixth Lord Captain. Sadly, there were not many labor camp wardens who possessed some sort of learned wisdom. Most of the strange prisoners have been simply beaten to death during their interrogations, but one of the wardens who possessed a gift for the artistic did notice something. The drawings of the prisoners have been too systematic. They could not simply be gibberish. The set of repeating elements of the dashes and dots are far too similar. But if it indeed was dashes and dots, is that a Morse code? But if it indeed was a secret language, then judging by its complexity and the impossibility of decoding it, the language was definitely not created by a convict. In the void. Absolute efficiency feature. All allies gain plus 5 minutes and 4% hit chance. Everyone knows the rules. Enviro Dome. Needs a mechanism. Well, this has no requirements. So let's execute this. And good tidings. No, then a cure for slot. Yes, that's what I wanted with the 3 chemicals. And this is still in progress, but we can start a new one. We could, but let's move back. Okay, I want to make the warp level safe. Or Captain, we have received an astropathic message from Dargonus. Activis Condor reports a Xenos raid against American ship in the silence of Merc Segurit. The coordinates of a hypothetical contact have been forwarded to the crew. If you wish to support your subject and fight back against the Xenos personally, you must do it. It's unlikely that American ship will be able to resist the enemies of humanity for long. Okay, and where should we go? This was what it said. Or maybe in the journal something about this. Blades in the void. Stop the Xenosuit on your holding. The son has directed his spy network. Hunt down the leaders who were before a new information is found. Attacks on the colonies and trading vessels must be stopped. Okay, but contracts. I don't need the contracts right now. Was it Namiran 4? Oh, can we check the log? Yes. Oh, can we have a message? Mer Segrit. Okay. Heavens, yellow. That's not. Is that a name of a planet? Let's visit this system. Maybe it's in here. No, it's not in here. Then speak to the Voxmaster or the Helmsman. Okay, I don't need this right now. What can you tell me about which maybe? Okay. And how can we help? Who's that? Okay. How can we maybe allow?
Lord Captain?
No.
Lord Captain.
Okay. Then how can we find the planet where that trader is in distress? Maybe some clue on the map? Okay. Mer Segrit. Silence of Mer Segrit. Okay, so we have to go there. Yes, and as we travel, time will tell. Time will pass. Time will tell. Time will pass. Let's create a new world and make it a dangerous one. Now we can warp the road there. Since the very start of the road jump, rumors of ill omens have been widespread among the Voidsmen. Sudden deaths among the crew, ravaged corpses, jacked shadows lurking behind the bulkheads. A terror day later, the mystery unraveled itself in the most hideous manner, an attempt on the Rogue Trader's life. The question of how the Dark Eldars came to be aboard the ship will have to be pondered some other time. Right now, the Lord Captain has to fight for his life. An important event has occurred in one of your protectorate colonies, which calls for the Rogue Trader's personal attention. You can visit the colony and you complete the event at any time. You can find out more information about all current events demanding your involvement on the colony management tree. Yeah, use the usual team. Okay, I don't think we will reach Footfall in this episode.
Keep your wits about you.
We already seen this map. And I bet we cannot leave. Yep.
Is there money to be made?
Better at searching.
Demolition.
When the faithful are idle, heresy grows. Duty prevails.
What's that? Crushed one. It's a human.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust. I'll make an example out of you. Show them
16. But I see only... Okay, one Kabbalite sharpshooter, and that's it. Well, that's enough. Since this is an attempt on our life, let me move there. The good sister can move up here. Abelard also up here. No, that won't be any good. Abelard needs a different spot. Okay, now we are not in grenade range of each other.
I approach the designated position. I am not your Xenos pet monkey.
Let's add an exploit. And can still do one thing. I think it's enough.
This tedium is beneath me. Another soul slips beyond the veil.
Wow, it is dead.
I am not your Xenos pet, Loki.
That will be a great shot.
I'll make it happen.
There, and the piercing shot. Make sure that it moves through him. These are exploding. What?
That's actually sounded. I will do, thank you.
Oh, these are exploding when killed.
It will be done.
What? I didn't want to move. I want to dash.
As the Emperor commands. I'll do it. This is why I was chosen.
Just
As
wait,
the
please.
Emperor commands, I act.
Let's use a firearm mastery and kill a few more. Oh, Abelard, you are so much. Oh, never mind.
Doubt is for the for you, my Emperor. As the Emperor commands. This is unacceptable. Faith without deeds.
To help Cassia. Let's help Iriel. Sees nobody. Come on.
Battlefields are always drowned in scarlet. Me, if you insist, Captain.
Okay, at least from that position possible I can see one of them.
Grant me the wisdom to perceive.
We'll be fine there.
The scriptural
Beacon of Prey. And the piercing shot. Let's see. At least we hit it.
High momentum.
I move as if unseen.
We save.
If it serves your cause.
Oh, that would be a nice shot.
If I must death with my hands.
And shoot
If
him
it
with
serves
that.
your cause.
And this attack with the crook and this attack. Okay, let's do that one.
Sings with the thrill
Who, if not me?
Nice! They killed each other. Okay, he's the last one.
My place is at the fort.
Well, I always wanted to check this.
Victory is imminent.
The sister moves there. And let's see what a multimata can do.
I'll do it.
Nice. Okay,
The Emperor sets my path.
the good sister will disarm mines.
I better myself through my service. Never doubt me.
We have something here. Or is it the mine? No. Okay, let's... We have a lot of knives, which can be added to the cargo, and we have a lot of armor. Kabbalite armor, no thank you. Other equipment. But we have features, talents, other weapon proficiency. Allow the character to use other weapons such as other long rifle, shuriken, catapult, and others. Of course, you have to run through the mine. Okay, let's... Or we have to do with the colony management. And okay, let's save. And now let's engage the enemy. On. Load.
All stations, report when manned and ready.
At least you are not alone this time. How many? 4 enemies. It's so damn annoying that they start the turn. 5 enemies. We need that escort ship badly.
Helmsman, take us in.
Damn. Let's release some
Let the
torpedoes.
void sort them out.
Let's deal with these. They don't have those
Launch
fields of
batteries.
shadow
Ready.
fields.
Make every shot count.
Oh, ships detonating near each other
Coordinates
can
set.
harm each other.
Let them taste our fury.
That's good to know. But I don't think we can save everybody here. Finally. That's a very good position for you. I believe if we do this, nice. You go there. That's a macro cannon. Okay.
Salvo!
And we can move there. And phase. Okay.
With the force of a supernova. Macro cannons, open fire! All hands prepare for acceleration!
What the but can only be used during the end phase. I like that the Dark Eldars are not running away. Hopefully you can kill him. Of course, because they cannot jump into the war. Let's surprise them. A very sharp turn.
Engage the engines. Coordinates set.
This means I'm not far away from
Fire at will.
that. Nice.
Keep up the pressure!
And let's fire some torpedoes.
Target destruction confirmed. Praise the Omnissiah.
The enemies of humanity.
A barbaric display. I am surprised we survived.
A new message from Master Scoundrel, Lord Captain. This time he is not reporting yet another attack, but the alleged location of one of the Xeno leaders. Achilles 8 have reported that said leader will be heading an attack on the paradise world of Grantis. There is one catch. The planet belongs to Caligos Winterscale, another rogue trader. Master Scoundrel noted in his message that responding to a distress call is unlikely to be considered an intrusion into somebody else's territory. The gunner of Grantis will most likely send out a call for aid the moment the raid begins, and if your voice happens to be nearby, no one will question your reason for landing. Okay, let's fix up. The ship. And Can we increase? Let's upgrade the hull. Okay. So we will go after the Xenos leader, but only in the next episode. I hope you like this one. If you do, please leave a like, subscribe and comment down below, and I see you in the next one. Bye!